From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for February 19th, 2016. In just a moment, we'll be taking a look at the EURUSD, the euro versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. But first I want to recap a couple of the trade suggestions made over the past few days. Starting here on the GBPUSD, the Great British Pound versus the US dollar. Looking at the daily time frame, yesterday's trade analysis was looking for sells on rallies into the resistance zone. The blue shaded area that you see right here in the middle of the chart is the resistance zone we were talking about. That's about between 1.4350 and 14400, looking for sells on any rally into that level. Follow it back in time a little bit. You see back here on the left hand side of the chart, we're looking somewhere between January 22nd and February 1st. That time frame in there, we were bouncing around between the blue zone as resistance, the green zone as support. Then we got broke out above it, made a new high, came back down, settled down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, sat above it as support, same blue shaded area. Then we broke out underneath it a couple of days ago, open and close underneath it. Yesterday, the rally into the blue zone, giving us the opportunity to sell on the breakout and rally into resistance. And now you can see we sit in the trade nearly 100 pips, about 95 pips at the current moment. We're still looking to target down here towards the green zone. So yesterday's trade analysis, selling the blue zone, which was up here towards the 43.50 or so level. My entry is 43.65, by the way. And we were looking to target the green zone. Looks like that's been pretty closely achieved. What we'll look for the next move would be the breakout under the green zone and a turn down towards the pink zone. Protecting profit, protecting the trade at this point is the name of the game. Stop should be moved into profit, obviously. I have mine moved into about 15, 20 pips of profit right now. But obviously, you should be protecting profit with 95 pips of profit on the trade. Let's move on over to the AUD/USD. We've been looking for opportunities to sell this currency pair over the past several weeks. As the market rallied into resistance, the orange shaded area you see close to the long-term weekly trend line, the black trend line, we've studied that in the trade room. We'll do that again later today. But if you zoom it in a little bit, we look for opportunities to sell into the orange shaded area. You can see that sell going at 71.75 down here, sitting 65, 66 pips of profit right now. What we're looking for today is for it to stay underneath, the blue shaded area here and continue to target lower towards the green shaded area. That would be down closer towards the 7,085 to 60 level. If it breaks back above the blue zone, of course, that's not really what we want to see. We want to see it stay underneath. So that's what we'll be looking for. Underneath the green zone, we'll look for it to continue lower down towards the 7,000 area, which is this pink zone that sits down here closer towards the middle part of the chart. So protecting profit, just like the pound dollar, protecting profit is the name of the game. Moving your stop loss to break even or better into profit will be the actions that you'll want to take here for the Australian dollar today. Let's move on over to the EURUSD, euro versus the US dollar. This one, a little bit different. I mean, we can see that in the past several weeks, we go back a couple of months now, and we can see or a month or so, and we can see the most recent rally higher. We see the breakout of this little area of congestion, the black box, made a rally higher, continued to pressure all the way up into the upper 1.13s. Now, over the past week or so, we've seen a fall back down. It's come back off of that upper 13s towards the 114 level. It's come back off of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days or so. It's been falling back down here towards the 111 level. 1.1100. Bottom of that purple shaded area is currently holding as our support. We've seen this before. Look back to the left-hand side of the chart where you see support on that purple shaded area on the left-hand side. Only when it broke out underneath it, likely where this blue circle is. If we pull that circle in a little bit, you see where last time it broke underneath the purple zone inside the blue circle, it came back up, rallied, and began the next leg of the downtrend. So that's pretty much what we're looking for. We need a breakout underneath 1100 to give us a clue that it's going to continue to fall. As long as it stays above it, like it did over here on the far left-hand side of the chart, there's potentials for rallies back to the resistance high in towards the upper 13s again and the top of our long-term range that we've studied in the daily trade room. So very interesting level here. So we need a breakout, I think, for us to really give confidence. Either a breakout above the purple zone, for it to tell us that it's going to start working its way higher, or below the purple zone to tell us it's going to start working its way lower. Let's zoom it in a couple of times here. And again, there's the daily time frame again. Yesterday, kind of constrained and stuck inside the purple zone, wasn't it? Above 111, below 111.25. Yesterday's open and close for yesterday's candle. Today, not much different. So we need a breakout again. Either a breakout above here, looks for it to go back up, at least to the yellow shaded area, if not higher. If it breaks out underneath the purple shaded area, then we look for it to continue lower, back down to this blue zone. That's back down towards the 1.1 level. So really, we need a good solid breakout to tell us if it's going to reverse and go back up or continue this downward fall back down to the blue shaded area. I do have some expectation that we're looking for it to turn around and go back up. We'll definitely see. We have some news in about half an hour from the recording of this video out of the U.S. Could tell us what's going to happen, at least for the rest of the day here for this pair. Take it down to the 4-hour time frame. Doesn't really change much, except for the fact we see these last two dips right here, right around, and we'll put one line right here, right around this area into the 110.80. And this is why I have some feeling that we're looking for it to turn around and go back up. Unable to break that 110.80, 111 level there. We see support. We can almost talk about that as our major area of or major barrier or area of congestion here. Let's actually change this box here. I'm going to turn it over to a regular solid box. Let's make it something quite a bit different than what we have, the color there. Let's make it this green color here, and I'm going to highlight it like that. So that little green shaded area we can see is holding as a barrier of support. Purple zone's the main area, but that green zone holding as our main area of support, 110.80 or so. So again, this is the area to watch. If it can get underneath there, yes, we'll look for it to go lower. And it hasn't opened and closed, by the way, under the purple zone. If it gets back above here, we look for it to go up. So I think we need a breakout above here, above the last high, above 111.25. Then we buy it towards the yellow shaded area. If it finally breaks through this 111, 110.80 level, then we look for it to go down back into the 1.1 level down here. So watching for the breakout. We got news coming up again in about 30 minutes of the recording in this video. Definitely watching for what the market's going to do with that news. If it's positive news for the US dollar, we might look for the breakout lower down to the blue zone, and that becomes our selling opportunity. If it's negative news, we might look for the breakout above 111.25 and the turn higher for the euro dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.